So time and price is very important in trading. And if you're doing your ideas, you're trying to bridge one day to the next and say, okay, where can we go? And they're going to be outlier days. They're going to be days that just don't make sense. A day like today, because everybody has just gotten so used to the market marching upwards and thinking it can never sell off, surprises a lot of traders. But we talked yesterday about the possibility of this trade just being just a bounce trade, and at the time we'd said this next box was our support box, right? I mean, that's the way we started. And no one knows once the market starts to move, nobody knows where it's going to end, but we do have an idea of, okay, if it keeps on going, if it does a Forrest Gump move like this, then you have to look to the next level. So that's how we started the day, saying, all right, gotta take out that 62. If we do and close the gap, then anything's fair game, and you got to get it under this low right here. This was a support bar. Boom. A nonsense bar, it turns out, and today we get the mirror bar to it. So once we take out this 55 zone, then you have to look and say, okay, so where's next? And immediately, if you're looking at this scale, that 47 should jump out at you, because all we're doing then is saying, okay, let's go down to the next level. And let's put this guy over here and say this is going to be support box trying to be resolved, the next big fighting box, and then obviously this becomes our resistance zone for now. So currently all we have to hang our hat on, and that's part of trading, is looking ahead and saying, okay, so what's next? This dried up with a bunch of tails. We know this is an important marker right here at 47. Paid for sure. Don't even think about it. I said the same thing back here. I said, look, once we get under 52, we know we can go to any place. Likely the 42 is the next big support visibly on a chart. And figure this is the gravy portion if we get that type of trade, which would be 30 off the high and obviously about 20 off of today's high. So when you get the umbrella trade, at some point you're going to get a snap. Question is when. Where's the most logical? And what you don't want to do is get caught in that snap. And you don't know until hindsight. But you're trying to figure out where will the most traders see support. And for me, the most logical place is between this, obviously 42 lower support, but think about 5 points ahead of it at 47. This, to me, it was the gravy portion today. It could turn out there's even more, but under 52. And if you come out and say, you know what, I think there's still more there, and you jump in, then you have to have the maturity and the discipline to take stop outs when you're wrong. So don't get sloppy in your trading. So currently, this 52 zone, market is trying to get back up above, and eke its way back to that 54, 55 zone. So for now, let's look at this green box as the trading range, and any excursions back up into the next box will probably be met with one more sell today. And what I'm trying to do is match up these lines. They're going to continue to come down as time evolves. And then look at these classic ideas. I say this 54, 75, 55 is an important resistance right now. It's got to hold. Same place that Mike is looking at. And we may go into a quiet time, since I believe at this time primary trade is definitely done. Even if we made a new low, primary trade is done. Best bang for your buck. Boom. And I would think that if you're going to take a break, probably lunchtime's a good time to do it. And that's what I'm going to do. Anybody that likes the short side and re-enters trades, think of them as scalp trades with the trend, today's trend and the 3-day trend. And the low does not have to be in, but I am thinking that one of the keys has to be this 42 low. You have to factor that into your thinking. Aggressive resistance right now, 54, 54.75. This green box. If 42 low gets beat, the next support low under that is that 39 and a quarter low. And all we're doing is looking ahead, because it may not happen today, but it may happen tomorrow or the next day. So you always want to look ahead and say, okay, what potential is next? We become very stretched from the rain line right now. So I think we're going to need some consolidation.